Okay, so today we are going to be scientists. And can anyone tell me the most important part about being a scientist?
Being smart.
I think it involves this.
Data.
Recording your data, yes. Because if you don't write down what happened, you might not remember, and then who's going to know later? So today we're going to be talking about density. Does anyone remember what density is?
How thick something.
Kind of.
How heavy.
You're close. Yes. Yes. So, look on your table and look at all of the items that you're supposed to have. And make sure that you have all of them. And when you're ready, put your hand on your head. And if you need something, raise your hand if you have a question for me. Yes, Mackenzie?
You said put your hand on your head, right?
Do we need it specifically ourselves, or can we add it?
The only thing that you need specifically for yourself is Alka-Seltzer packet and a water bottle. So once you're ready, we're gonna share. You can pick your color later. Okay, so now we're gonna take a funnel and you're gonna take your lid off of your water bottle. And we only have 3 funnels, so we're gonna have to share. And you are gonna pour oil into your bottle until it's 2/3 of the way full. Yeah. We have 2 bottles of oil, so you can share. And that's a lot of oil, Mackenzie. So after we add our oil, we're going to add water to the bottle. Can anyone tell me what they think will happen when we add water to the bottle?
It'll stay separate.
Why do you think they'll stay separate?
Density.
Density? What do you? Is water more dense or is oil more dense?
Oil, because it's thick. It's
Mhm.
like slimy.
So it gets pulled down because it's heavier than the oil, right? Yeah. So we have 1 pitcher of water, so we can start with Maggie, and we'll pass it all the way around, and you'll fill it until your bottle's almost full, but you still want a little bit of space.
Thank you all. Like right there?
Oh, that's good. That's very good.
Can we put our lid back on?
Not yet. Okay. We're going to leave our lid off until later. Very good job. Everyone's a little bit full, but it'll be okay. So I'm going to pour a little bit of water into mine. And what's happening with the water and oil?
The water's separate, but the water's on the bottom.
So Mackenzie was right, wasn't she?
No, I was wrong. Because I thought the oil was heavier.
Water's
Okay,
heavier.
so water is heavier than oil because it is more what?
Dense.
Dense, yes. And so gravity pulls the water down because it's heavier than the oil is. So now you get to choose what color you want your lava lamp to be. So if everyone wants to grab a color. But first, we're not going to put our color in yet. We have to come up with a hypothesis. So, in your very first blank, it says, I think that when we add the food coloring to the bottle, it will, and you write what you think. You don't have to say it out loud, you can just write it down. Does anyone want to share what they thought? Ryan?
So could fall to the bottom
Why do you think that it's gonna fall to the bottom?
because it's heavier, maybe.
Do you think that it has kind of the same?
It's like water.
Yeah, it's a lot like water. Okay, so once everyone chooses their color and once everyone's ready, we're gonna drop, how many drops does it say on your paper?
50.
It does not, but you're very close.
5.
Yes. So 5, you just added a 0 to the end. So you're gonna add 5 drops of
Ooh.
Uh-oh. It's in between.
You too.
So now we can put our lids back on.
Tight.
Yes. And then you're just gonna shake it around just a little bit, not a lot, just enough to mix your color in. Maybe. Here.
There you go. Do
There
this.
we go. You might have to just a little bit more.
Ooh. Oh,
And can we see what it's already doing? What are the colored dots up in the oil?
Food coloring. Or
Food coloring mixed with,
Water?
yes. Okay. So now you have Alka-Seltzer packets. And so we're going to come up with a hypothesis of what we think is going to happen when we put one of these in the bottle.
explosion.
We're going to write it down though, we're not going to say it out loud. And we're just going to go all the way down the list, and you're going to come up with a hypothesis for each category.
How far down do we go?
I don't know.
We're going to go down to the blank where it says, when I dropped the food coloring in, and you're going to tell what happened. If you don't know, you're just going to make the best guess that you can. You're just going to predict what's going to happen. Because you don't have to have the exact answer because you're going to find out, right? And it's okay not to be right sometimes, right? As long as you try.
Right.
Right. And look at me when you're ready. Okay. So I need one volunteer to be the first person to drop in an Alka-Seltzer. Okay. And so then Maggie and Ryan, after Mackenzie does it, one of you is going to drop in half of an Alka-Seltzer tablet at the same time that the other person drops in a full one. And we're going to see what happens and if you were right when you guessed. Yes, they are big. So the very first time. Oh. Yeah. So you're just going to drop a piece, not the whole thing.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
only doing half.
You can do
Or I'm putting both halves in?
no, just one piece. You can try it if you like. Does anyone know why the bubbles are coming up to the top?
Air bubbles.
Yes, because
Air is.
Alka-Seltzer lets carbon dioxide go, and so it grabs onto some of the water and it brings it up to the top. But when it hits the top, all of the oxygen from the water, because water is hydrogen and
Oxygen.
oxygen, H2O, right? And so the oxygen floats back down to the water, but the carbon dioxide has to get out. Okay. And so whenever we're ready, Maggie and Ryan at the same time, after you've made your hypothesis about the small tablet and the big tablet, you're going to go at the same time and see what happens.
I got the whole tablet.
Yes. So you will drop half of
Can I eat this?
maybe. No, you may not.
Actually can't.
You may
Is it
not.
okay if it won't fit if I just do this so I can break it? And do
Yeah,
the
you
whole
can break
thing?
it in half, but you're still going to put both in at the same time. Okay, good. And what's the difference between the two?
That one's faster.
Did anyone guess that that would happen? No? What did you say when you formed your hypothesis?
I said mix.
Yeah, that would mix like all the way through.
It's like pouring the water in.
It is. And the water flows back down, right?
Yep.
Because there's no more carbon dioxide. And so now we're going to record what happened when we dropped in half and when we dropped in a whole tablet. You're fine. Okay, and then you're going to write down whether or not all of your hypotheses were right. And if something was different, you'll write why, because you know now, right? Anyone have any questions?
I drop all of it in there.
We can. After everyone has finished writing. We can try a couple of things if you would like.
Like, can I put 1.5 more in there?
What's happened?
And mine went the whole way filled to the top. And now it's filled to here. Do you have a...
I do not. But we can research it later and find out why.
You have a ghost.
Hey, yours is the same.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
No, take the lid off. Mine went back up.
Cool.
See, it's not gone.
Oh.
Oh.
Boring.
I did.
Boring.
Flash.
I know why I did it.
Why?
The air pushed it over. Yeah.
Yeah. So you think it filled up with air right there. And so when you let the air out, everything was back
Mhm.
up. Right. If you would like to try dropping 1.5 in, but we are going to do it with the lid off, right? Because we saw what happened when Maggie just dropped in one whole and her bottle filled almost all. So I don't think we
Leave
wanted
the lid off the whole time?
Yes.
That's not what I wanted to do. I'm nervous. It's gonna explode.
Oh my god.
Oh no, mine's overspilling.
Oh my goodness. No, no. It's gonna explode.
I'll go for it
What
now.
do I do?
Oh, hold on, it's not all the way full anymore.
You should, you can.
Hold on. I'm not doing this.
Science class
Here.
ever.
I'm so sorry.